Guys, female fit and 50 plus, I'm back again. You've come to the right place. If you are looking to lose weight and you don't want to, use extreme measures, I can show you how. Now, it's only natural that when you want to lose weight, you want to lose it as fast as possible, right? However, it's not always that easy, and sometimes getting started or knowing exactly what to do can be hard. There's no one tip that's going to change that, or one trick that's going to change it, okay? However, by adopting a series of healthy habits, it can be achievable. Did you know that by losing weight too quickly, it can be very unhealthy for you and may cause further problems which you don't want? It's unlikely to be the best way of losing weight because you can't sustain it. And ultimately, you're just going to put the weight back on. Maintaining a healthy weight is a balancing act, as we all appreciate. Now, you may have heard of terminology like shredding and bulking from the bodybuilding world. If not, have a look on the internet and see all about it. Bulking allows you to able to eat a healthy meal, eating without worrying about how many sort of calories you're putting on. It can also give you an excuse to eat some of your favorite treats. On the other hand, shredding helps you to clean out your diet, to detox, to eat less calories, to lose weight. Kind of like a seesaw, it's like a balancing act. Now, you can't be, or it's difficult to be your ideal weight all of the time. So by using this method of bulking and shredding, it reduces the stress of having to maintain every day the same sort of level of eating, because like I said, it's difficult. So personally, I tend to do 3 weeks on, 1 week off. So I like to use the macro method, and I'm going to go through more detail into this on another video. So I prefer this to using calorie counting, because with calories, say for example you had 15 calories a day, but they might be full of fats and carbs or all the bad things that you shouldn't be eating. Whereas macros, you're eating more healthier foods, and you're thinking about your protein, carbs and fats, and what's the most sort of intake you want. Where is it? Protein, is it carbs, is it fats even? So for me, I'm still having my periods, and that's the week that I use to put my macros to one side. I still keep an eye on what I'm eating, but this is the week where I do my bulking. Basically, this is the week where I eat the foods that I crave. I find it very difficult to resist those foods when it's around that time of the month for me. So I just eat what I want, or the foods that I don't normally eat, but I do it in moderation. And by this I mean I still have quite a bit, but I'm not just stuffing myself just because I know this is my week off. When I'm doing my 3 weeks on, so this is my macros, I am mostly intaking a lot of protein. What I don't want to do is lose weight too quickly, or be in a phase where I'm losing the muscle that I'm trying to build, or I'm having a lot of loose skin. The idea is to lose weight, but you don't want to lose too much muscle, and you don't want to, or you want to limit the amount of loose skin that you have. Now, during that week where I have my week off, I don't really feel guilty about it. I've been doing this for a good 5-6 months, maybe longer, and I've learned to trust the process. And it was difficult at first, because that week that I have off, clearly I feel like I've put the weight on, I can see it. And you do tend to feel bloated around that time anyway. But what I've been doing is sticking to my 3 weeks on, which is my macros, and following a structure with the percentages of carbohydrates, proteins and fats. What I've noticed is that the following week, after my week off, I'm practically back to how I was, and then the other 2 weeks I'm trying to get to where I want to be, or maintain where I want to be. Now, you might find this hard to believe. It might be difficult for you to even trust it, because that week you're just eating the foods that you normally wouldn't eat, and you feel like you are putting on weight. I don't weigh myself. I just use my clothes as a guide, and I can see it and I can feel it. But I know that the next few weeks after that, I'm going to be back to how I was, or, you know, achieving some difference to be where I want to be. So I've now come to learn to trust that process, that it doesn't matter that week I'm putting on weight, because I know it's coming off. So once you learn to trust the process, obviously after you've been through it for a few months, you'll realise, and you'll feel less stressed about eating, or you won't feel as guilty for eating these foods. Because at the end of the day, you want to be able to eat when you want to be able to eat. But I think you do need to have some kind of structure and routine. I don't think you just can put anything in your mouth. So, works for me. So, the next video, I'm going to give you some tips.